Hello and happy week 97. So, I'm holding nails. Low-key, I love having nails this color. I always look at people with nails this color and I'm like, I want it. And so now I have it and I'm happy. Anywho, starting this week off strong with some real talk about my grades from my pillow. Ooh, girl. I will be lying if I said right now I'm exactly happy with where I'm at grade-wise. And that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I think it's important. One thing that I will always preach is that your grades are not who you are. The letter, the number, that's not who you are. So don't base yourself off of that. And I completely understand doing that. Up until 7th grade, I completely did that. And in 7th grade, I realized, because 7th grade is the junior year of middle school, I was like, if I keep on doing this, I'm gonna burn out by the time I get to high school. So I kind of had to be okay doing worse on stuff, which doing worse then and doing worse now was really different. But it's important to just make sure that you're okay with yourself if you are not doing well academically, and you can still be alone with yourself without being like, I suck, I'm so dumb, because that's not true. That's not a reflection of who you are as a person. That's a reflection of where you are in your academic standing, and you can always improve that. You can always work to improve that, as you can always work to improve yourself. But you shouldn't base your entire worth off of that, because then once grades go away, or once grades start to not be as well, not be as good, then you're gonna start to feel like crap, and you're gonna be like, why can't I be happy? Everything in my life is perfect except for this. I think it's so important. Yes, my grades right now, I'm not happy with them, and I'm not gonna lie about that. And if I said, every time I get a math test and I try so hard and I feel like I just do worse and worse.
Okay, now that I have had more time to process it, I think maybe it might have just been a last minute thing or something. And it was unexpected.
Not doing well.
I don't know. I still stand by what I said though. So
and you still aren't doing well. It doesn't make me want to work harder, because it makes me just kind of feel dumb. And it's important to know that you're not dumb. You're not, literally what you're being tested on and graded on doesn't that doesn't even relate to stuff that you're going to use in the real world. You have to have people skills. You have to have common sense. That's an important one. You have to be able to do stuff that you're not graded on. You have to be able to talk to your teachers and communicate your problems and advocate for yourself. And that's stuff that you're not graded on. That's just stuff that you need to learn by yourself. And so yes, it does suck, especially as I don't want to say teacher's pet, but as someone who really cares about doing well in classes, just make sure you know that you're learning something, and you're not just you're not jaded or whatever it's called. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in me. We all believe in each other. And what irks me is whenever people are no, that's not true, grades are all that matter. No, they're not. And if somebody's telling you that's not all that matters, and that's what you believe, you can say oh yeah, okay, I disagree. You don't have to be aggressive about it. So yeah, anywho. And if anyone tries to tell you oh yeah, that's all you ever are, no. Because then once you get to college and you need to be able to socialize with people and find jobs and stuff, then what are you gonna do? Because just because you're an A student doesn't mean that you're fit to do what you're meant to do, what you're trying to do. There are other skills that come with that, if that makes sense. That might lead you to the door and help you put your toe in, but you need to take 3 steps inside and close the door. And you can't do that if you're constantly beating yourself down for making mistakes, because that's literally what high school was made for. I literally feel it's mistake central. And then also I have a theory that you're forced to be the most perfect you'll ever be in your life at ages 12 through 15, because the kind of pressure I was getting put, I was horrified of the real world like, seriously, because I think that's when our expectations are highest, because, like, you're not a child anymore, but you're also not a teenager, really. Like, well, I guess you are once you turn 13, but, like, you're treated like a child, but you're expected to do so much, and it's just, like, oof, flashbacks. But once you get older, I feel like what matters more is, like, kind of the ability, not to go with the flow, but the ability to, like, take the hits in stride and just keep going. When back then, like, you really had to try. Oof, that was rough. Or just for me personally. Maybe that's just me putting pressure on myself. But anywho, remember that, like, also another important thing, grades and, like, just external validation in general. If somebody says you're awesome, that doesn't mean you're awesome. If somebody says you suck, that doesn't mean you suck. If somebody compliments you, that doesn't mean that thing's, like, that's their opinion. That doesn't mean that that's the truth. And so what they say can be kind or it can be unkind, but don't take it too seriously. Like, obviously, whenever somebody compliments you, like, you know, thank you, but, like, don't be like, this person said that my shirt is super cool, and so now I know I have the coolest shirt ever, and nobody else's shirt is as cool as mine. And not saying everyone does that, but I'm saying, like, it can be easy to start to believe stuff, because then, like, let's say you happen to have a shirt and everyone's like, that's not the coolest shirt ever. Then you're going to be more susceptible to believe that, like, what people say about your shirt is true. But if you just know, like, oh, I like my shirt is cool, my chillin' shirt. I actually got this shirt in, like, 5th grade. Flashback. Apologies, I ran out of freaking store. Apologies, I just had to go take a much needed adventure clearing out my storage. Anywho, now I'm back. Basically, what I was trying to say is, I low-key forgot, but, oh yeah, like, what I was saying was, you can't let what other people say about you, good or bad, right or wrong, affect who you know you are. You have to know who you are first. And, like, when I first heard this, I was like, what do you mean I have to know who I am? Like, what the heck? Like, and I was like, I low-key don't know who I am. So, like, what I recommend, what I think helped was, like, at first, I feel like I was looking for a lot of structure, and I was like, I need to do it specifically this way, and, like, say all these affirmations, and do this, and do this. But I think it will come naturally if you just spend time by yourself. Like, you have to do stuff by yourself, and you have to not constantly vie to be with other people. So, like, for example, like, I just played games on my phone, like, go on adventures by yourself, go to a coffee shop, go on a walk, do something like that, or, like, just listen to music and literally, or just meditate. And if you don't want to meditate, just stare at the wall, like, and imagine scenarios. That's what I did, and I think it's really helpful. Anyhow, I wish y'all luck. My phone storage is, like, on its last leg. How the heck is TikTok taking up 20 gigabytes? Anywho. Hello, everyone. So, I have a few things I want to discuss. I'm eating this bowl. It is so spicy. Like, I like, can't handle spice, but seriously, like, oh, it's so spicy. Anyway, so if you see me tweaking a little, that's why. Also, don't mind my whole closet being behind me, and also, this is my friend's outfit. It was my Halloween costume. Two things I want to discuss. Number one, so for I have a little idea cooking up for my, like, a little project. I really want to make a video just kind of talking about the things I do when I'm not at school. And I feel a little nervous sharing this because, like, I don't want to, like, be copied. And, like, yeah, it's not my original idea, but also that would just, like, then again, I'm not gonna let that stop me. My tongue hurts so bad. I have so much of it left to finish. So what I want to do is kind of like here are things I do whenever I'm not doing school. And you might check my transcript right now and be like, oh, wow, that doesn't look like what we want. But here's the reason why I have these grades. And then just list off all the reasons, such as 1, new kid. 2, literally everything I do outside of school. Oh, also, BT dubs, I quit karate. Like, my last day was supposed to be the 24th, but last time I went was like the 18th of September. And you might be like, quit karate, what are you doing with your time? Studying. Studying. Theater. Working. Your girl's busy. Apologies for the interruption. That was my brother apologizing because he got me my bowl without chicken, which is like, I was like, my protein, but it's fine. Anywho, and so just like, that's all. And like, I just feel like there's a lot going on, but I also don't feel like, help me, because like, I think this year entirely taught me how to take things in stride. Like, seriously. Whew. I feel like whenever, I think I've already said this, whenever I turned 17, I was like, yeah, this seems fitting with the freaking year I've had. Whew. Yeah, call me another age. Call me another age, because I feel like it's been a year. Like, usually I'm like, years flew by. No. This felt exactly like a year. On the dot. Feels like a year. Feels like it's been, what, 11 months? Yeah, sounds about right. Anywho. So, I also just feel like, I was thinking about this earlier. Okay, wait, let me close out my thought. So, yeah, I want to make a video, and I want to make it one of those cute ones. Think Legally Blonde mixed with 100 Things to Do Before High School. That's kind of the vibe I want to go for. And I think it would be really cool. I just need people who are good at filming to help me. Also, the other day, in my comments, my dance teacher told me, I want to see something else besides the cute, bubbly persona. Boy, she's not ready for what I've been cooking up. Well, yes, I have not choreographed it. Oh, girl, I've improv to the song multiple times. It's about how I feel about my grades. It's gonna be great. It's like, I think it's good to have very raw emotional pieces because they're so relatable. And like, you don't have to say any words to get your point across. Like, that's what I love about dance. And like, it can be interpreted so many ways, but if there's a song literally saying what I'm trying to say also, it's kind of like, Another thing, I was an actress whenever I started, 2017, so I was right, I was 9, and then I acted until I was like 12, and I itch to go back to it. So what I did like commercial acting, I think. So I got an agency because I did an improv class with this lady, and she went to this agency, and then she told me she was doing it, and she was like, you should do it too. So I went, and then it's like you would go on this website and they send you like audition tracks, and like you either have to go places, and like this could be a week in advance, a day in advance, 3 hours in advance, like it didn't matter. Anywho, and so like they say you have an audition, and so you go and then you audition. I remember, I was like 10 years old, and I go into this room with like 5 people staring at me. They give you the script once you get there. You give them your resume and you sign in, and sometimes they ask for like your eye color. Are you okay shaving your head? Blah, blah, blah. So you fill that out, and then you sit and you wait, and then they call you back, and you like, sometimes you read stuff, sometimes you act with other people. So I remember I was reading this thing, and I go, the cat crossed the road, and they go, can you read that with more expression? The cat crossed the road. Okay, thank you. And I was like, oh, that was so scary, because I mean, I was like 5 adults staring at me, and I was like, ugh. And so like, this was also like, anywho, so that's kind of what I did. And I quit when I was 12 because it was becoming like, that was like COVID time, right? So I would literally just set myself up against a wall and like film. I think the problem was that like I was trying to memorize the lines that I was supposed to be acting, because I thought like, oh, they're gonna want me more if I memorize stuff. But like, and it would just stress me out because I was like, I can't memorize all these lines. Like, it's freaking me out for a role I'm probably not even gonna get, because for literally every like 100 auditions you get 1 role, maybe not even. I auditioned for 8 months before I got my first role, and the reason why I got it was because the director loved my outfit so much that's why they wanted to hire me. So, oh yeah. Anywho, so I did that in 4th grade, and then I did one for this other company. Ooh, I had to jump into a freezing cold pool. Oh my goodness, I still hate jumping into freezing cold pools because of that. It stressed me out so bad. I had to do it like 20 times, and I didn't even get seen in the thing because they were like, go underwater, go underwater. The camera in my freaking face, and I was like, I don't wanna. And literally, I think like it was obvious because I was probably like, and so they didn't put it in the commercial. And then I did like the last one I did, so I did 3 total, and I acted for 2.5 years, I think. And so, and like this one, it was like a tiny one. It was like for a community service organization, I think. Anywho, and so like during this time I got like headshots. I auditioned for one movie with George Clooney in it, I think. Like, it was like cool. My mom was like geeked out about that. I had no idea who he was, so I was like, okay, cool. It was so much work. Like, it was like you have to get the lines. Sometimes you had to go to videographers. I would be there for like 3 to 4 hours reading like literally 2 pages of scripts. Oof. But like it, just recalling it, like, because for a child that's like a lot, but honestly I really miss it. Like, I really liked doing it, and I think like it was so fun. And I've been thinking about this since last year in the summer while I was in Portugal. I was like, I told my mom, I was like, I would really love to, or no, I didn't tell her. Maybe I did, I can't remember. Basically, I was like, I really want to start acting again. And so I joined my musical at my school, and now, because like I did musical theater when I was younger too, and then doing the musical this year, but I like itch to go back into acting again. Like, I see people doing it, and I'm like, let me in. So sharing that, and so I think that's why that's like a combination of what I want to do, because I think the video would be really fun just to like express my personality and just kind of like as a little pastime, and also because I think that like it's like my next step into acting, but then again it's not really me acting because I'm just being myself, but you know what I mean, like being on screen, I guess, experience or whatever. I think a mosquito bit me in like the neck, and it like low-key really hurts. And then well, I added something in there. Anywho, oh, I really want to do it again. And I know at my age, trying out for an agency is probably gonna be really hit or miss, but I kind of want to go for it. And then 3rd, I think that like I was thinking about this. There's a huge difference between performativity, is that a word, and image. Like, you can want to keep like an image of yourself, but like I think there's such a fine line between just being a performative person and just being completely fake. And like by fake, I don't mean like a liar type fake. I mean like you're just like not a real person. Like there's no depth to you. I guess shallow. And then like having an actual image. No insults to the people who are like shallow, because props to you. I mean, whatever. But I think there are some people, like, whenever you think about them, and it's kind of like you're just kind of fake, like. And so I think that whenever like, this is why I started thinking about this, because I was like, sounds kind of dumb, I want to post this picture because I want to show that I'm doing this. And then I was like, is that performative? And then I realized, like, no, because that's just me portraying who I am online. But I think that if I were to be like, here's my digital camera, let me take a picture of me taking a picture of it, without even like, if it's something you want to do, then I think that you should take a picture of you doing it, because that's showing who you are. But like, if you don't like it, if you don't want to do it, and you're only doing it because you want someone else to think you're cool, because you only want someone else to think you're cool, then you shouldn't do it, because like that's just being fake. And then you have to lie about who you are, and that's just like, nobody wants to do that. It's really hard to keep up with a lot of lies, or it must be. Moving on. So school's kind of been kicking my butt as of recent. But I have 2 tests this week, and we got this. I've decided to firmly lock in. You best bet after this what will I be doing? Finishing my bowl, and then I'm going to study. And my new favorite thing is going to coffee shops to study, because then I feel like I'm more like likely to lock in. The problem with that is I feel like I don't drink caffeinated drinks because I drink them and then I'm like, and I also just can't focus. Like, I feel like my eyes are moving too quickly in my head. Like, it's just like, it's not good for me. And so usually I'll go for a little chai or something, but I already had a chai from Starbucks. I didn't even want one. I don't know why I bought one, because I was in the car with my friend and he was like, I want a pumpkin spice latte. And I was like, ooh, we should go get one. And then he was like, you're paying for me because I'm driving. And I was like, whatever. And then I didn't want to tell him, oh, well, we drove all the way here and I don't really want one anymore. So, well, even though I was paying, I just, like, for some reason I bought it. There goes more of my money out the window. And I drank like half of it. And I could have gotten it at my job for free. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Anywho, I was just trying to be aesthetic. Never doing that again. Yeah, that's not really being performative. I'm not gonna analyze that right now. Anywho, I was just like, what am I even saying? Oh yeah, I've already had one of those. Shouldn't have 2. And also I had it before I ate food. Double bad idea, because now I already know I'm gonna feel like crap for the rest of the day if I do that. So I've been trying to undo that mistake all day. Have I succeeded? Possible. And so yeah, I'm gonna go to the coffee shop. Put my shorts down. I'm gonna go to the coffee shop. Maybe I should look into my, like, acting desires. Lord knows I don't have any time, but, like, I can make time for that, because I mean, I don't really do anything after school. Well, I study, but I don't, like, have any commitments after school, meaning I can add more. And yeah, there's a lot going on right now. So many moving pieces. As I was saying, school's kicking my butt. So I have 2 tests. I'm gonna go study. I don't know what I'm gonna drink while I study, because I can't really go into a coffee shop and just not drink anything. I got a lavender Earl Grey tea. Maybe I should get that again, because that's technically not caffeine. Well, it's like barely caffeine. It's not like I'm chugging a cold brew or something. But, and again, I don't know. I don't know. Anywho, okay. 14 minutes of your life that you just enjoyed this video for. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. I'm gonna finish my bowl now. Bye.